Welcome back. Monday has come around, and we are checking in with our radio partners.
Yep. Rick Couri from the Blitz 1170. Good morning, Rick.
Is the shine off my head bothering you?
Not at all.
Oh, it's wonderful. You're glowing light. It's more angelic than anything. I wanted to talk about, okay, so OU softball, they've only lost once in their last 72 games. The other loss just happened, broke their streak. Are they still the prohibitive national championship favorites at this point?
Oh, yeah. I mean, come on. They were during that 71 games, they outscored their opponents 578 to 72.
Oh, my word. Yeah.
They run ruled 33 teams. They beat 47 different programs during that time. Yes, they are still prohibitive number one. There's no question. And somebody asked Patty Gasser after the game, I said, what are your thoughts? He said, we're human.
Yeah.
You lose occasionally. So your trivia answer is what's important is at University of Louisiana and 7-5. Your next trivia answer is who starts the winning streak again. Texas A&M Commerce Wednesday at 6.
There you go. Hey, what'd you think about the new stadium?
It's fantastic. It's everything you would think. The Oklahoma-shaped scoreboard's fun. 4,500. It's the biggest on-campus facility in the country. It's everything Patty deserves. And she got a little emotional talking about Marita Hines Field and even the old park they used to play in where they used to have to be off the field at 5 because the slow-pitch softball league started. I mean, that's how far they have come since they hired Patty Gasser.
Oh, my goodness. Of course, college basketball, we've got conference tournaments coming up, Selection Sunday, not this Sunday, but the next. I want to start with OU men and women. Men started off really hot. The women still doing really good for OU.
No, very well. I mean, Gina Bronchek, they've won the Big 12 twice in a row. They continue to be really tough. They lost to Kansas in the last game, but they're not really worried about that. They're worried about getting to the tournament. And look, they're going to make noise. There's no question about that. They're athletic. They're everything you would expect that she has put her teams together to be. They remind me a little of they're a little bit more technical than this, but some of Billy Tubbs' better old teams, they will get after you offensively. Really excited for them. And the Tulsa women, who surprised everybody by still being in first place or tied for first in the American. What a comeback by them.
Yeah, Coach Angie Nelp's team, over 20 wins so far. Of course, the men's team has PJ Haggerty, this new sensational man, first year on campus. TU has a chance to make the NCAA tournament, right? The women?
Well, they do, certainly. And then, of course, if you win the tournament, you're going to be in anyway, which they certainly have a chance to do. And then, that's a better year than the men. But let's look back to Tulsa last year had 5 wins. And if they win this weekend, they guaranteed themselves a winning season after a 5-win season. So even though it's not what the women are doing, that's a nice bounce back for them as well. And, we talk about Oklahoma for a second. Porter Mosher's team has an absolutely heartbreaking loss to Houston. But what it tells you is what they're capable of in the tournament themselves. And they're still right now in, if you will, but they, a couple of wins at the Big 12 tournament would solidify them completely.
Hey, Rick, what's going on up the road here in Stillwater with Mike Boynton?
I wish I knew. I really do. When they got the winning streak and then came close against Oklahoma, and what was a really well-guarded 3 they lost on, I thought, maybe they found their stride a little bit. But I watched the other day against Texas, and there was no motion, there was no feeling, there was no movement on offense, there wasn't much movement on defense. I really don't know. There's not probably a more liked guy around. Mike Boynton's a wonderful dude, but he's had his time, and he's just not been able to get it done. I'm not sure it's not time to move on.
Yeah. Hey, just want to hit on spring football. I know that that we always are waiting till fall. Can't wait. Any word on OU and OSU spring ball?
Yeah, they'll be underway soon. Tulsa got underway Saturday. They didn't let anybody in to watch, but they got themselves started in what will be an interesting second year with a great recruiting class. Everybody gets underway in the next couple of weeks and gets after it pretty good. Now, it's not like it used to be where you can just wander around spring practice all the time, so we'll find out limited things as we go. But we'll get at least some initial news coming out of there. It's going to be fun to watch Jackson, actually be in control of the team at Oklahoma. And then with everybody back in Stillwater, literally everybody came back, and you got Stribling back off the injury. Things should be fantastic there, too, and especially with Ollie, who decided to come back. So, I couldn't be more excited for that. Hey, and the Tulsa Oilers football, it's not very far from starting either. We got football.
Oh, yeah, we do. Speaking of football, the legendary Troy Aikman was in town the other day.
Yes.
I've been a Cowboy fan for years and years, and I tried to run downstairs to see him, and Goodness gracious, he was already checked out very quickly.
In and out.
Yeah, but what did he tell you about, did he tell you anything about, inside football with the Cowboys, Dak Prescott, anything? I know he wanted to talk about his beer, but what did he talk to you about?
Nothing. It was all beer, baby. It was beer in and out. We never got a chance to see him. He got swept in a side door and swept back out a side door. And the most we got was, "Hey, Troy."
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, he was a pretty busy guy.
Not a lot of football, a lot of beer. And I know, how did your first case of that go down over the weekend?
I don't think anybody had anything.
Listen,
I can tell you that right now.
Go out and get you a case. That's great. Well, he'll be on the Super Bowl call next year, too.
Jeremy Poplin bought some for everybody up here. I haven't had mine yet. He gave me a can to take home. My producer, Bryce, said it was delightfully drinkable.
Okay.
So when you finally do go ahead and start into that one weekend, I'm just letting you know.
Is Bryce a Cowboys fan?
Bryce is, believe it or not, an Arizona Cardinal fan. We found one.
Okay, well,
we found
to say
one.
that. All right.
Hey, Rick, thanks for being with us. And you can catch Rick each weekday morning on 1170 The Blitz, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.